Hello, I'm Jack Morgan.
And I'm Colton Hessler.
And welcome to Duke News. This Saturday at Stage AE 400 North Shore Drive, join the ALS Foundation as they are hosting their 25th anniversary of the Walk to Defeat ALS. The Walk to Defeat ALS. It is an event that is more than just a walk. It's a movement that unites everyone in their support of those affected by ALS. Their goal, make ALS livable for everyone, everywhere, until there is a cure for it. ALS is so devastating because it's a progressive, fatal disease that causes the motor nerve cells that control voluntary muscles to degenerate and die, leading to increasing paralysis. Check-in is at 7:30 a.m. and the walk will start at 9:30 a.m. The ALS Association needs volunteers to help with their Pittsburgh Walk to Defeat ALS. The foundation is currently looking for volunteers for the event for the following categories: setup, registration, walk day activities, and more. For more information, head over to Campus Link and register on there.
For this week's news at the Night Spot, Commuter Affairs are going to be showing you how to make your own stress balls from 2 to 3 p.m. today. Choose your colors, get creative, and craft a squishy companion to help you unwind during finals. It's a fun, hands-on way to relax. Hope to see you there. Now, on to Nick for the weather.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward into the weekend, I mean, you're going to see things kind of cool down here. As you see on Friday, temperature's going to sit at a high of 63 and a low of 48. It's going to be pretty nice for most of the weekend as we transition over to Saturday here for the Mercyhurst game here for Duquesne. It's going to be a very nice day. 76 is the high and 62 is the low. And as we get closer to the tail end of the weekend, you're going to see rain start to move in with a high of 69 and a low of 48. Probably the rain coming up from the tail end of the hurricane that's hitting parts of the East Coast. And as we transition past midterm week, you're going to see here on Monday, Monday and Wednesday here, you're going to have things kind of cool down a little bit. It's going to start getting chilly. Might be time to start busting out your jackets, your sweaters, your parkas, all that, as the highs are going to be sitting at 59 at the high and the lows at 44. And the rain isn't going away, folks. On Tuesday, you're getting a pretty high chance of rain with a high of 62 and a low of 48. So things are going to be pretty nice through the weekend, but in the tail end of the weekend, as we all enjoy our football Sundays going back into school, as we're nearing closer to Halloween, you're going to see the temperature start dropping, rain starting to come up a little more frequently as we're hitting the tail end of fall and starting to get into the entrance of winter. So make sure you all start bundling up and make sure you start busting out either your umbrellas or your rain jackets. From Duke News, I'm Nick Fernbaugh.
Thank you, Nick. Now, running until November 21st, Duquesne is hosting its 20th annual turkey drive. Help make Thanksgiving Day a festive occasion for families in need. Your donation will help us reach our goal of providing turkeys for 200 families. The student organization that donates the most money will win $200. It only costs $30 to sponsor a family. Donations can be made at the center located at 302 Student Union. For more information, call 412-396-1117. Now, on to sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now 0-8 in Thursday night football games on the road against divisional opponents. After a brutal 33-31 loss last night, Jamar Chase caught a Bengals record 16 passes for 116 yards and a touchdown. Joe Flacco turned back the clock and beat up on the Steelers one more time, hitting 31 passes for a whopping 342 yards against the $163 million Steelers defense.
I know Colton enjoyed that one. Duquesne came away with their third straight win over St. Francis last weekend. They scored 45 points in the first half. That is a Duquesne record for the most points in a first half. They hit the road this weekend to face Mercyhurst. You can catch me and Nick Fernbaugh, on the call from Erie at 6 p.m. on Duquesne Student Radio. Men's soccer is looking for their first win in the month of October against GW this weekend. They dropped a 1-0 decision last Saturday to Fordham on the road. The game against GW this weekend is on Saturday at 7 p.m. from Rooney Field. Women's soccer had their momentum stopped by St. Louis on Sunday and most recently Loyola Chicago last night. The Ramblers beat the Dukes last night 2-1 in come-from-behind fashion. Mackenzie Muir scored the only Duquesne goal on a penalty kick. Finally, the women's volleyball team is in dire straits. They look to recover a 1-6 record in conference play in New York this weekend against Fordham. They will play 2 matches on Friday and Saturday.
On Sunday at 6 p.m., there will be Mass in the Chapel of the Holy Spirit, followed by a shared meal across the street in the School of Pharmacy Rotunda. Take some time to be able to share some faith and fellowship with peers ahead of the start of the next week. For more questions or information, contact Debbie Krowowski.
Is AI sustainable? How is a piece of AI technology made, and what are the material costs of AI? Join the Greffenstadt Center for a thoughtful, multidisciplinary discussion inspired by Kate Crawford and Vladan Joler's anatomical map of a single AI system. It's currently on display on the 3rd floor of College Hall on October 24th. Executive Director John Slattery will be in conversation with Liberal Arts Dean Christine Blair and Science and Engineering Dean Ellen Gawalt. Enjoy the refreshments and view the artwork after the talk.
Well, we're getting closer to Halloween every day, and I think what everyone is looking forward to is a good time and, most importantly, to see some great big pumpkins. Well, on Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m., join the Explore Pittsburgh in the Strip District at the Monster Pumpkin Festival. Enjoy fall-themed food and drink, the largest pumpkins you've ever seen, and a variety of interactive activities. Admission is free, and Pittsburgh merch, buttons, pins, or stickers will be given to all attendees. We cannot wait to see you there. Contact Explore Pittsburgh at explorepittsburgh@duke.edu or call 412-583-9211 to secure yourself a spot.
Big fan of pumpkins there, Colton.
Let me tell you.
Don't forget, everyone, Duquesne Soon Television and Duquesne Soon Radio will be hosting their 4th annual spooky streaming with games, jokes, videos, and more. It will be running live from 7 to 11 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28th on Duquesne Soon Television and Duquesne Soon Radio's YouTube channel. So make sure to join us for a night of fun and frights. That's it for us this week. I'm Jack Morgan.
And I'm Colton Hessler.
And thank you for tuning in for Duke News. We'll see you next week.